Ready in 3, 2.
Hey guys, welcome to Late Wrestle Chat. I'm Gerard, that's Joe.
What up?
All right, we have a lot to talk about today, don't we?
Yes, we do. I don't want to have glasses on.
This Cody Rhodes story that broke early today is the number one reason why we're here, because it is huge news. It really, really is. Cody Rhodes and his wife Brandy have left All Elite Wrestling.
Let that sink in.
And the big rumors are that Cody and Brandy are going to WWE. And the funnier thing that happened is that apparently Cody told someone in WWE before he told AEW that he was leaving.
Yeah, I heard about this. I saw this on Twitter. I think it was somebody wrote that that the news was that Cody had let them know that he was leaving AEW.
That's huge, by the way.
So why is he telling? Why would he get in contact with somebody and let them know that?
Because maybe Cody wanted to get back with WWE, and just to make sure, he needed to just see if there was a way in for WWE. You know, maybe he was like, "Hey, I want to come back. You know, is there a way for me to get here? You know, can we plan this?" And they were like, "Are you serious?"
To be on good terms type shit.
Right, exactly. So they're like, maybe he had to tell someone in WWE first just to see if he could definitely get in. Because if you could definitely get in, you have to know one way or another if you're in or not. Well, otherwise, you contact another promotion.
Maybe not just so much that idea. Maybe more so like that his contract was expired and he was just like, you know what? Like, if I renew it, it's going to be for a few years and I might want to do something. Like something is coming up and I'd rather do that than stay with AEW for another 2 or 3 year contract.
AEW is more lenient with the time off and stuff, I believe. Because I believe WWE has you on the road for over 300 days a year.
Yeah,
whereas he could do less days with AEW, you know, and have more time to himself, kind of. So that's why, to me, that don't make sense. So we have to see where this goes. We have to see where this plays out.
Right. So if he comes to WWE, like, what's the plan? Like, what will he be doing? Well, yeah, that's one of those things we're gonna have to wait to find out. Yeah, like who would he come to WWE to like what would be the purpose? To wrestle?
Because he was executive vice president,
right,
in AEW. So that, you know,
I remember before AEW became a thing, like he was doing interviews and
he was an Impact
stuff, right? But he was doing like media stuff, like interviews and stuff. In a suit talking about AEW, like that they were putting something big together. So this is why it's like really shocking that like all of a sudden he's the first one to leave AEW. That's the big news. He's the first person to leave AEW.
And he'll be the first one to leave AEW for WWE, if possible. If that happens.
If he goes to WWE.
Yes.
That's not the headline right now. It's possible.
That would be a headline in a headline, then.
Cody Rhodes leaves AEW next week.
Cody
Rhodes left AEW for WWE.
No, but you know what? It's weird, though. It's crazy. You know, Cody had all this power in AEW. And then now what? He's going to go back to being someone who's getting told what to do? That don't make sense to me.
Right. Well, that makes me wonder, like, what is the plan? Like, why would he want to go to WWE in the first place?
Maybe he wants to go back to where he started so that he could finish his career as a whole.
You think it's a retirement plan?
Possibly. Because think about it. More money towards the end could be good for, you know, them, and they have a new kid together. They have a kid together now, so maybe that's why they're thinking more of the future. You know, and WWE maybe has more money, which is probably true, that he could get. You know, just a thought. but
Yeah.
he might just want to end his career where he started. You know,
Yeah, I'm just reading some stuff on Twitter right now about Cody, and there's even like a TMZ thing that like they reported that there was a fallout between Cody and Tony.
really.
Yeah, something about Khan's visibility within the company was growing, and I guess what does that imply that he was overshadowing Cody? So but and then at the end it says Cody is currently discussing a return to WWE. It is unclear if Brandy will follow his lead.
Well, Brandy left AEW as well.
Right. They're both.
Which means she followed his lead.
Well, but does she follow his lead to WWE? Does WWE even want to be like, oh, yeah, your wife too?
Yeah, right, exactly. But then again, maybe Brandy wants some time off anyway.
Yeah.
To be with the kid more.
Yeah,
maybe
and based
Brandy
off all
the
budget cuts WWE has been doing, like, would they even want to sign Cody?
That would be insane if they did. And then they fired everyone just to bring Cody back. Could you imagine that's the plan? That's why Vince released everyone.
It's so ridiculous.
Just to have the money for Cody alone. Like, I'd rather have the 100 guys that Vince released over just one Cody Rhodes.
For real. Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah.
What if the two, Vince releasing everyone and then Cody coming is just something that happened? That's a possibility too,
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think it could just be a coincidence. Exactly.
Yeah. And anyway, so it's gonna be interesting to see. Who do you want to see Cody in the ring with, Joe? If he comes back to WWE?
I have no idea, dude. I just found out about it, so it's not like it's something that's in my head of like, what do I want to see?
I would love to see Cody and Orton in the ring, either against each other or as a tag team again. Because remember way back when Cody was part of Orton's group, the Legacy with Ted DiBiase.
That was so long ago.
That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of history between Cody and Randy. That makes a lot of sense.
Huh. What's Ted DiBiase been up to?
Honestly, I don't even know.
I want to look that up.
I don't even know if he's still in the wrestling business.
Let's see. Oh, sorry. DiBiase Jr.
Yeah.
If that is your real name. Let's see. Last independent circuit in the last thing he's done was 2017. He hasn't wrestled since.
So that's 5 years now. Wow.
All right, blew that right into the microphone.
So that's crazy.
Oh, wait, what's this? February 2008, DiBiase was arrested for. Oh, that was 2008.
That's a long time ago.
Yeah. That's not even news.
That's irrelevant.
Talk about that. Yeah, that's super relevant right now.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, the guy hasn't done shit
in 5 years, just about.
Well, it says August 26th. What is this? 2013? Was after suffering from depression and anxiety, DiBiase announced that he was not renewing his WWE contract, which expired on September 1st. From that point until 2017, he was in the independent circuit, and he did not wrestle again until he had 2 matches for Mississippi-based promotion Pro Wrestling EGO in 16 and 17. Yeah, the dude's not doing anything.
Well, even if he don't come back, it would still be cool to see Cody and Randy again.
Yeah, no, that would be pretty cool to see that come back. Huh, that's a good idea.
And then maybe Riddle could be that third guy that's part of it with them. Instead of Ted DiBiase, maybe Riddle was the guy.
Wait, you're talking about taking RK Bro
and making it into a totally different thing. Evolving it. Think about it. Randy Orton has evolved himself into so many different things throughout the years. Randy Orton can basically do whatever he wants.
Yeah, no, sure. I mean,
He could evolve anything into anything. He could make a car into an airplane if he wanted to.
okay.
Not that crazy, but you know what I mean. He's a
Like, hey guys, I'm gonna RKO you, and then I'm gonna add wings to your ass, and then just throw you and see where you land, because I can do anything I want.
No, but you know what? That's the point I'm trying to make. Is like Cody. I mean, Orton has evolved himself into so many different phases.
Yeah,
throughout his career. Why not?
Yeah, sure. He's evolved himself so many times. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I want to see that like a faction be coming back, but it would be interesting to see like maybe them go fight against each other. Maybe see
and then team up later on.
Yeah, maybe like team up at some point. But I think like if to get Cody back into the ring, yeah, I could definitely see him like coming after Randy, and doing some stuff with that, and then like maybe go into like actually fighting Riddle, on behalf of Randy and stuff like that.
Trying to get Riddle away from Randy, probably.
Yeah, to break them up somehow. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it depends though. Like, I don't see it being like anything that could happen anytime soon. My idea would be like, I'm sure there's like a non-compete thing, could be for a little while, and then I could definitely see Cody coming in like 4 or 6 months
around Survivor Series, more or less.
Around that time, yeah, like near the end of the year. Maybe give himself some time off from doing some shit right now, and then come to WWE. And I think that would be a big.
Maybe he'll be a surprise entrance in next year's Royal Rumble. Because WWE's surprises at this year's Royal Rumble are not that great overall. Yeah. Considering they told us pretty much all the women that were going to be in it before it happened, which is stupid.
I guess also
they should have kept some of those women a surprise. They really should have. Like, are you kidding me?
Well, who was not a surprise?
They said pretty much everyone was.
No, they had like there was like.
But they announced. They announced
most,
They announced the biggest women that you would not believe would be in the Royal Rumble.
Well, they had to.
Like
you had to advertise the Forbidden Door.
I mean, I'm not talking about Mickey James. I'm talking about, Lita being in it. They could have kept the surprise. Trish Stratus, they could have kept the surprise.
But Trish didn't even show up.
Michelle McCool, they could have kept the surprise.
Oh, that was known?
All these different things could have been a surprise. And it's like, but yet Ivory was a surprise. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I felt like Ivory was. Yeah, I was gonna say like
that. Molly Holly was a surprise.
That
really?
Was a surprise. Yeah,
that's a surprise. Really?
Oh my God, that was such a good surprise too.
I know.
When I saw that, I jumped out of my seat.
I just don't get it anymore. Like WWE failed this year on surprises in the Royal Rumble, in my opinion. They really did. And the people they had as surprises should not have been surprises. And the people that
weren't just filling slots at this point.
Should have been surprises.
Is this a Royal Rumble review?
They did everything ass backwards. So now let's move on again, because we are heading into WrestleMania season. And we have the Elimination Chamber event is Saturday on Peacock at 12 Eastern.
Yeah, Gerard's really trying to get that check.
So what do you think is going to happen at the Elimination Chamber, Joe? Who do you think is going to win both matches?
Elimination Chamber matches. So I think with the men's, I'm not really too thrilled about. Like, it's gonna. I strongly feel Brock Lesnar is going to be winning that one.
I totally agree with you on that.
I would be surprised if somebody else were to do it. But I think that's how they're doing it, and I think that's how they're going to head into Royal Rumble, WrestleMania. Against Roman. I think that's just what it is going to be. The women's match is more unpredictable.
Like, but predictable at the same time.
How so? Because they just announced Alexa Bliss. Like, I think Alexa Bliss has a good shot at winning. But I also think I want to see Rhea Ripley. I want to see
Liv Morgan. I would love to see.
Liv would be a fucking surprise to win. But yeah, the women have a good amount of like options to win.
Yeah.
The men's, I don't believe for a second anybody else but Brock is winning. But at least with the women, it can go anyway. And that's why I'm going to be more interested in that match than I am with the men's. I'll be excited. I'll be like, oh shit, Brock is just beating the shit out of everybody. And then when he wins, I'll be like, all right, and now I can go take a piss.
By the way, just for you guys out there that don't know, this is Brock Lesnar's first time in the Elimination Chamber.
I did
ever
not know that.
So
nice.
That is going to be a sight in and of itself.
He's going to win his first match.
Brock Lesnar in the Elimination Chamber is going to be crazy to see. And what do you think about Brock Lesnar with the cowboy hat on and everything? What do you think about that, Brock Lesnar? Does it match up to the boombox?
Oh my God, the
Brock Lesnar
boombox
from
guy.
a couple years ago?
Yeah, that's funny. I thought that I see a lot of people are like writing that Brock Lesnar's doing the whole like a Viking gimmick. I like that. And then like now he's coming out with the cowboy hats. Now it's like, is he cowboy Brock Lesnar? Is he Viking Brock Lesnar?
Well,
I don't know.
Brock could just be getting ready for Texas WrestleMania.
That's true too. Yeah, that's probably exactly what they're doing there. He's a face, right?
Ready.
He's the good guy.
Brock is just getting ready for, how much fun he's gonna have at WrestleMania kicking someone's ass.
Oh, it's gonna be a rodeo for him. He's just gonna get that lasso and whip it around Roman Reigns and just pull him in, beat the fuck out of him, send him to Suplex City, and then walk out champion.
Yeah. And
I wonder what Paul will do if he'll
could you imagine
for forgiveness?
Could you imagine Paul screws Roman over again at WrestleMania? Could you
imagine
imagine
that? Would suck. That would be a steal. Something like that happening at WrestleMania. Like I want to see it just be clean, but I wouldn't be surprised if some shit ends up happening.
Yeah. That would be incredible. By the way, Brock on the mic is funny as hell sometimes.
Oh my God. I'm so glad I'm so glad he found his voice. Like I feel like when Brock first came back and he was going after John Cena, right?
I believe so, yeah.
I don't know what it was. His voice just sounded so shrieky. Like it was just what happened? The guy can't talk on the microphone. And then when they brought in,
he needs Heyman back.
Yeah, and we all said, we're like, does he need like a guy to talk for him? And then they got Paul Heyman back. But yeah, and Paul's just been doing all the talking for him for the last 6 years that he's been back. 6.
But then again, even before that, let's go back further.
Even when Brock came when he started,
first time around,
he always had Paul with him. They're like a combo package. But yeah, like it was just like, but when Brock came back that
first initial time,
this run, like it was just very clear that he can't talk for himself. He's gonna need Paul. Now that they're finally like just letting Brock take the mic. Oh, I love it. Like he's so funny. He's great. He's actually good on the microphone.
I remember a couple of years ago when Brock had the boombox and R-Truth got in the ring with him.
Oh my God.
And R-Truth is like, I'm gonna throw you out of the Royal Rumble, Paul Heyman. And Brock's reaction was so great. He started laughing his ass off.
Why did he say it to Paul Heyman?
I don't know. R-Truth doesn't know where he is.
Yeah. Whatever happened to little Jimmy?
You know what? R-Truth doesn't know where anything is. Like Goldberg thinks it's still 1998.
Damn.
R-Truth doesn't know what city he's in, but Goldberg doesn't know what year we're in. So, but R-Truth does it to be funny in a funny way. Goldberg does it to be an annoying moron.
Right. It's like
So Goldberg, you're an idiot.
You're next.
Away. You should stay home. You should not come back ever again.
You heard it from here first.
This is why somehow we need Brock Lesnar and Goldberg in the ring together so that Brock Lesnar could kick his ass so far into the next orbit so that way Goldberg never comes back. Maybe somehow in Saudi Arabia, Brock can beat up Goldberg so bad that Goldberg stays in Saudi Arabia forever.
He gets beat up so badly, he misses the flight home.
And he never comes back again. Bye-bye, Goldberg. See you in hell.
Are you okay, dude?
Are you okay, Joe?
I'm okay.
Good.
Are you
I'm just
good?
not okay with Goldberg
God
getting
damn.
a title shot every 2 seconds, thinking it's 1988. I'm not okay with that.
I've been saying I'm tired of seeing Goldberg show up, but God damn, dude.
They should have had Roman and Seth again for the title now at Elimination Chamber.
I don't know.
It would have been better than Goldberg. It would have been better than Goldberg.
Mm-hmm.
Because they could have made it a steel cage match or something. Or something where, something cool. Yeah. But instead we get stupid Goldberg, who clearly needs a reality check on what year it is.
All right, you're right. Enough with the year. enough. All right, I think the people get. Goldberg does not know what year it is.
Yeah.
He thinks he's still filming Ready to Rumble.
Yeah, right. The first one, not the second one, people.
There was a second one?
Yeah, there was.
I didn't see that one.
Oh, that's good.
I didn't know that existed. Yeah, so I don't even know what we were talking about. Like, what's the topic?
The Elimination Chamber.
Okay.
And who we think is going to win both matches.
Gotta reel you back in, dude. Like,
I'm sorry, guys. Actually, I'm not. So, yeah. Brock and Paul, we were talking about. I'm sorry, Brock and Paul.
Yeah. So after the Roman Reigns thing, that's a big question. I'm not sure how. I feel like Paul would come running back to Brock, kiss his ass a little bit, but it's gonna take a little while. I think Brock's gonna enjoy being being champion for a little bit.
Yeah.
But if he wins Royal Rumble, he becomes champion.
You mean Elimination Chamber?
I did it again, didn't I? Anyway, he wins the Elimination Chamber. He gets the belt. He goes to WrestleMania. He fights Roman, wins him, gets the belt. Do you think that's a possibility? Do you think that Brock Lesnar can leave WrestleMania with 2 titles?
With both. Yes, because in Brock,
he's the Raw and SmackDown champion.
Yes,
the WWE Universe.
The WWE Champion of the Universe. That's how I would title it. The WWE Champion of the Universe.
Is that not already been done? Has that not been done yet?
They did WWE World Heavyweight Champion.
Paul would always come out and say the WWE champion, or
I don't know what you're talking about, Joe. But all I know is that would be really cool. I know I get it. I like Roman with the title though. I do. But
there's something nice about that title.
At some point, his reign, no pun intended, has to come to an end. It just has to at some point.
I'm still caught up on the title. The WWE Champion of the Universe,
Brock Lesnar. No, but at some point, Roman Reigns' title reign has to end. Everybody knows that. At some point, Roman's going to need a break.
At some point, it does. It does not end with Goldberg.
I agree, but I think it would be crazy if it did. Because if it did, it would ensure that Roman would not lose to Brock one-on-one at WrestleMania. And we don't want, and the WWE probably don't want Roman to lose to Brock again. So unless there's somehow a 3-way match to ensure Roman pins Brock or Roman pins Goldberg to shut Goldberg up forever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Keep Brock out of the decision so that the pay-per-view after WrestleMania, Roman versus Brock 1-on-1.
Okay, so you want to build that one-on-one fight up.
Yeah.
Whereas the way it was headed right now is not good enough.
Not that it's not good enough, but
you just don't
it
want to
just carries
see
it out.
a
It just
clean
carries
win.
it out longer. It just carries it out longer.
Okay.
You know, and a longer story is better, especially for Roman and Brock.
There is something I like about not having Brock beat Roman clean. But that means you want Roman to lose to Goldberg.
That's the part that's a little tricky.
See, that's the thing. I don't see titles swapping at Elimination Chamber. So to have that happen, like, I don't know. That means we're gonna have to do something crazy, and those are things that I don't want to talk about. You already know. I don't want to see this. I need to say that I don't want to see this. But a triple threat at WrestleMania?
Between Goldberg, Rock, and Brock?
Yeah.
Would be insane. However,
no, John, no, there is no howevers. There's just no way that this can happen, because Brock earned his title shot against Roman for Mania. It is a one-on-one fight. It's not supposed to be a triple threat. And that's the thing that cannot happen. But I can see WWE doing it because it's happened before.
Just to piss us off. Now, there's another match going on at Elimination Chamber besides the 2 Elimination Chamber matches, by the way, which both matches I think are going to be really, really good. So, what do you think's going to win the women's Elimination Chamber? If you have to pick one person.
If I had a gun pointed to me and I had to pick one, between Rhea and Alexa, I guess Alexa.
I would pick Alexa because they built up to having Alexa do something big at some point.
Mm-hmm.
And the biggest thing I could see her doing is walking into WrestleMania with the title.
Wait, the match was for a title?
The Raw Women's title. No, I'm sorry. Number 1 contendership.
Right,
sorry.
there you go. Okay.
Getting a title shot at Mania.
Right.
Getting a title shot at Mania. I'm sorry, guys. I messed up my words. The title match is between Lita and Becky.
Right.
Who do you like in that one?
Okay, so I think Becky keeps the title. Like I said, I don't think any titles are getting swapped at Elimination Chamber.
I think somehow Lita wins at Elimination Chamber.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how. I don't know.
Pulls that out of your ass.
I think somehow Lita wins at some, crazy thing, because why are they dragging it out this long between Becky and Lita? Why are they dragging the story out?
What do you mean dragging it out?
Not dragging it out, but like letting it go so far. Because
I think they have nothing else better to do. I think they were like, well, fuck it. We have an open slot. We have to have the championship match. So we might as well just throw somebody in. And
But then why not have Alexa go against Becky 1-on-1 at Elimination Chamber, and then give someone else a spot in the chamber match? I would have done that.
Well, I think the plan was always to have Alexa slip into the Elimination Chamber match. I think they also weren't sure if they were going to be able to do any women's matches at Elimination Chamber because of the simple fact that they're going to be in Saudi Arabia.
Right.
And I think once they were like, oh shit, we can do this. Like, yeah, let's do the Elimination Chamber. Let's do the women's title match. And then it just became whatever. And they were just like, okay, like now we have to show something. So let's just do this.
You know what I would have loved to see instead of Lita, though? Not to take anything away from Lita because she's great.
Yeah.
And she's a Hall of Famer, by the way. She's awesome in the ring, by the way. She can still go,
Mm-hmm.
I would have loved to see if Asuka was ready to compete,
Yes.
and have Asuka versus Becky now at Elimination Chamber 1-on-1
I really thought that the surprise was going to be Asuka.
in the chamber.
Yeah.
And then at Mania
or Bailey.
Becky and Asuka at Mania probably. That would have been cool.
Right, because I think we talked about this, but we have no podcast to show for that. One of the predictions was that Asuka was going to be fighting Becky because it would have been like a redemption for a couple of years ago when Becky had to drop the title because she found out she was pregnant.
Right. Exactly. Right.
It would have been a proper way of actually like fixing that and seeing who would have won.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, I could see them maybe doing something later down the road, maybe at like SummerSlam or some shit.
Yeah.
You know, Becky and Asuka.
They will definitely get in the ring again at some point, and they will tear the roof off whatever building they're on. You know, they will totally tear it up and make that match great, because that match, those matches, Asuka and Becky were amazing. They really were. And that was a good rivalry that WWE had. And they could have kept going and going and going for years and years to come. It could have been.
Just the two same people fighting over and over.
No. And to me, it would have been good because different outcomes could have happened. We could have had crazy matches. We could have had different stipulations. It could have ended. They could have ended the storyline with an I Quit match down the road. Just a thought. But, you know.
Asuka and Becky?
Yes. And an I Quit match. I think that match would have been sick.
Why would it have to be an I Quit match? What?
Because let's say
you can't just throw out matches and not explain yourself.
Okay. Let's say they've gone one-on-one for a title, right? Hypothetically. 20 plus times. Or 19 plus times. And the 20th time, the biggest match to have is an I Quit match, where loser leaves and actually rides into the sunset. Just a thought. Because by that point, Asuka and Becky would not, be getting any younger somehow. It's not like they're Benjamin Button or related to Benjamin Button where they get younger.
When would these matches be happening?
All over the place.
No, but when? In 2 years? In 4?
Throughout the years. Throughout the years, through 5 or 6 years or whatever. Back and forth.
Okay.
Back and forth.
All right. So
that would totally be.
Ladies and gentlemen, Gerard foresees a match in 10 years where Becky versus Asuka, I Quit match, loser rides off into the sunset.
It could happen.
That's like saying 10 years ago, Triple H and Shawn Michaels 101, loser rides off into the sunset.
Wow, Joe.
One day, The Miz versus Dolph Ziggler, I Quit match, loser rides off into the sunset. One day,
now you're just making him feel stupid.
Brock Lesnar and Brock Lesnar and Undertaker, I Quit match, loser goes to sleep in a grave.
No, Joe, you're stupid. All right, so another topic I want to talk about is
one day
another topic I want to talk about is the possibility of Stone Cold getting in the ring with Kevin Owens at WrestleMania.
Oh, that's a rumor that seems to have actually seeds already being sprinkled out throughout the show.
Yeah, because Kevin Owens talked a lot of trash about people in Texas this past Monday on Raw. And who's going to defend Texas?
I don't know. Maybe the host of WrestleMania?
Not Shawn Michaels. Not The Undertaker. Maybe the host of WrestleMania himself, the Texas Rattlesnake.
Randy Orton?
Stone Cold Steve Austin. Now you're just being stupid, Joe.
Yeah, I'm done.
The Texas Rattlesnake Stone Cold Steve Austin. I think that would be really cool to see. Like, let's say they have a segment at first.
Oh yeah.
Where so there's no match on the card hypothetically between
Yeah,
Stone Cold and
I don't
Owens.
think there should be a match on the card for them.
Okay, but let's say they have a segment and it gets heated up, and it turns into a last second match. Boom. You know, I think that would be really cool to see. And I think it would be cool to see Stone Cold beat the hell out of Kevin Owens. Just to see Kevin Owens go crazy. Because when Kevin Owens goes crazy, it's that much better.
Okay, so I don't know. I don't see a match taking place between the two of these guys. I mean, I would love to see a stunner for stunner match, but I just can't imagine Steve will actually be able to do a match. Like, we're talking 10, 15, 20 minutes in the ring. I don't think he even cares. Like, I don't think he needs to do that. He gave Owens the stunner. Like, he signed off on it. But I think what they can do and what they should do is have this segment where maybe Kevin Owens is in the ring.
Maybe start out with Kevin Owens in the ring.
Yeah, because now they've been teasing that
at the beginning of the show.
Right, he's not gonna have a match at WrestleMania, which is okay. But how do you give him his WrestleMania moment? You have him talk shit to the Texas crowd, and then the host of WrestleMania comes out in the beginning of the show, talks his shit, chugs a couple beers, sticks the middle fingers up, and surprise stunners Kevin, takes him out, gets more beer, chugs it, drains it out on Kevin, and just tells him to go fuck himself for saying anything.
But now let's say, right, Owens gets stunned by Stone Cold, right?
Which he will, yes.
He goes on the ring on the top rope, whatever, celebrates, drinks his beers, and when Stone Cold turns around, Owens is up and Owens stuns him and walks out of the ring. That's Owens' WrestleMania moment right there. Leaving Stone Cold knocked out in the middle of the ring.
Wait, so
that would be incredible.
You think Steve will do his thing, dominate, win, and then go on the top rope, and then Kevin Owens will just get up and then stun him?
In your theory, that's just a segment, not a match.
Right.
So I'm going with theory that it's just a segment they have.
You're going, okay.
So I have a feeling that might, you know what I mean? And like, I feel like I could drag it out. Maybe give Stone Cold a little more time to make sure he's healthy for a match, hypothetically down the line, and possibly at SummerSlam do a match at the next big event.
Yeah, I could see them setting up for something down the road, but I don't know if it'll actually ever take place. Yeah, I don't know.
Because I feel like at least if they set something up for SummerSlam, it could give Stone Cold more time to make sure he's healthy and train and get back into, you know what I mean? Because Stone Cold's been out of the ring for so long.
Right, exactly.
You know, we're talking about in the ring actually doing a match.
Yeah.
We're not talking about him coming on Raw or at WrestleMania a couple of years ago, chugging a couple of beers and chilling out and having a good time. We're not talking about that. Right. It's been a number of years since Stone Cold's actually been in a match at anywhere, really. So in order to get Stone Cold into more of a fighting shape, I guess you could say, let him set the seeds and possibly have a match at SummerSlam. That way it gives Stone Cold more time to make sure he's healthy, make sure he's, you know, because you don't want to set Stone Cold out there and then have Stone Cold look like Goldberg.
Please God, no.
Exactly. So
don't Goldberg.
And by the way, Stone Cold, by the way, is 20 times better than Goldberg, because every time Goldberg comes back, he gets a title match right away.
I think what you're trying to say is that, bless you. So what you're trying to say is that
sorry, my bad. And
I guess Goldberg also gives you allergies.
See, that's why I don't like Goldberg.
Goldberg
go
gave
away.
me fucking COVID.
Goldberg, go away. Go away, Goldberg. Please go away, Goldberg.
Man.
Please.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the whole idea that Goldberg can just show up and
steal spots from everyone.
Get a title shot. Like, what the fuck? No, I hate it. I'm not a fan of that. I wish it didn't have to happen. But this is the world we live in, I guess.
Yeah. So dumb. Stupid world where Goldberg runs around with the stupid title and his stupid face. Stupid bald head. Like, I'd rather see The Rock against Roman Reigns.
Oh,
at some point.
If you had to see a bald head, you'd rather just be
no, but just saying, I'd rather see The Rock go against Roman somewhere down the line instead of Goldberg.
Oh, I for sure think that's happening.
Because at least The Rock and Roman have history together. They're cousins. So they could play that off as The Rock comes to free the Usos from Roman. And that angle where The Rock is like, let the Usos be free. You know, you don't need them. You know, crap like that, you know. Mm-hmm. And then they could play it off as that and then go into that storyline, you know. That's how I would do that. But that's for another time.
Yeah, I think that's for another time.
That's for totally another time.
You know, yeah, I don't think anything like that would happen anytime soon.
But that would be pretty cool to see The Rock and Roman in the ring. Just one time.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think the whole head of the family type shit, I think that's where that was headed.
Yeah, that's what I was basically saying.
Yeah.
Trying to get to. And yeah. So, but I would like to see that match also where Roman is not the champion. Because I don't want The Rock to take a title shot. There you go, Joe.
Yeah, you sent it to me now.
There you go, Joe. I sent it through via satellite. There we go.
Thanks for that.
Oh, no problem.
I think I was just allergic to bullshit.
I'm allergic to Goldberg. You're allergic to bullshit. There we go. We're good.
They should have a wrestler named Bullshit. Anyway. Yeah.
So anyway, that's what's going on. That's what we think is going to happen Saturday at WrestleMania down the road. We can't wait to see what's going to happen. Go on Peacock. Watch the event on Saturday.
Gerard's trying to get that cheddar from WWE.
And let's see how everything pans out down the road. We'll see what happens heading into WrestleMania. Can't wait to see what's going to happen. Hope you guys are looking forward to it. Also,
hell yeah.
I'm Gerard. That's Joe. This is Late Night Wrestle Chat. Have a good night. Bye-bye.
Good night. I'm tired. It's time to go to sleep. Oh, peace.